Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine. We are now done with all the levels in Isle Delfino, but we'll be back of course for the blue coin mission, which we're getting pretty close to. So, in this episode, now that we're pretty much done with all those Shine Sprites, we're going to go ahead and go around in Delfino Plaza to get those other Shine Sprites that are scattered around. Yep, even this world will have some other hidden Shine Sprites that we're going to be going to. So there's actually two sections of those. There's some for there's going to be some that are in Delfino Plaza themselves, and each of those will also have their own kind of secret courses, which some of them aren't too bad, but there's also some of them, particularly one. But that's not going to be it. That's not going to be until the next episode. So this video will cover all the Shine Sprites that are going to be in Delfino Plaza itself, just by letting those are hidden some spots. The next video is going to be for these those kind of secret courses that you'll find in the overworld. So I'm basically just explaining those in their own kind of categories for videos. So first one we just got, we see that there's a hidden Shine Sprite if you just square on the sand, and then they'll show a picture on the sand itself, and then you just go to those little island platforms to get that Shine Sprite. And so the next one we're going to be going to, yeah, somehow these, well, I guess they were saying that the Shine Sprites are just going to be scattered in different parts of Isle Delfino. So, I mean, I guess it would make sense that some of them would be in the plaza itself, or just in the main hub world. So the next one we're going to be going to, and hey, I also want to make sure that all the water's been drained after the first flood. So we go in here. We have some boxes here. We have to break all the crates within 30 seconds to win a prize. Want to try? Yes, we're going to try. So we're going to do some ass stomping right here on these crates themselves. So all you got to do is just, grab on all the crates that are all over the place. And, the first one's going to be pretty easy. There's actually 2 rounds of them instead of, like, 3, because I thought it'd be roll 3. But, so just hit them all, and then we will get our prize. And that was great. You're the best. Oh, thank you so much. What? What? You're holding a... You're holding a Shine Sprite? What? Why? No! You're holding out to a Shine Sprite. Why are you... Why did you just hand them over to the police? Why? Okay, well, maybe that was probably denial, though. I mean, we gotta go back in again because he has another prize for us. So, all right, so yeah, we're doing this twice here because because there's more crates for us. So, so there's 2 crates right here. It's a little more challenging. So you have to get to the you just have to get to the higher number of crates. It's a little longer because of it though, because Mario can only ground pound on just just 1 crate each. So, but it's not hard though. I mean, just keep on ground pounding them. All right, so you got 2. You have 2 Shine Sprites. What? What? Why do you have 2 Shine? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Why do you have 2 Shine Sprites? Those are the very things that the Piantas need and that Mario starts collecting, because, that's what he's put on trial. Part of the community service he has to do in addition to cleaning. And you guys need the Shine Sprites to sustain life. And you're holding 2 of them as prizes? Why didn't you just hand them over to the police? Why? Oh my god. Fuck you guys. I hate Piantas. I hate him. I hate everybody. I hate Piantas. Ugh. Fucking A, man. You see, guys? That is why. That's why the people here suck. Oh my god. Fucking stupidity. Do you see why I hate these people so much? I fucking hate Piantas. Oh my god. Fucking. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. Fuck this shit. I'm done. I'm done with you guys. I hate all Piantas now. I hate every single one of them. Even though it's not in Sunshine. Even the playable ones. Even in Galaxy 2. I hate all of them. I hate them all. Ugh. Anyway, so after that, we'll just go and get the rest of them here. So, next one we have these 2 bell towers, and so we see that they're all covered in these. They're all covered in the goop here, or the ink, of course. So all we gotta do is just spray them until they're all completely clean. It might take a while though, because yeah, you have to use a lot of the water here until they're completely clean. And I guess maybe because of the way that you have to squirt them, and so they're and so I guess it takes longer because of I guess the way they are, just having to squirt them all down. I'm sorry, after my little tirade right here, then it's kind of lost for words at the moment though, because like I don't know. I mean, I'm not even joking when I say this here, guys. It really baffles me so much that, you know, that they're holding, that guy was holding 2 Shine Sprites. Yes, 2 of them. The very things that the Piantas need to sustain life, and, you know, what they actually need to continue to thrive here in Isle Delfino. And, you know, and Mario's given the task of collecting those, you know, as part of his trial, his unfair trial of it at that rate, where that's, you know, that's not even his own fault. And, you know, it's shit like this is the reason why that, you know, in addition to the Piantas being absolute fucking jerkasses that treat Mario like shit, even though he's done nothing wrong, and they're also, not to mention, fucking colorblind too, because they can clearly see that Shadow Mario, the one who's responsible, well, Bowser Jr. actually, that, you know, is all colored in blue, and they use these rough sketches of Mario himself, or Shadow Mario himself, on these wanted posters, and they can clearly see different colors, yet they still accuse Mario of being the one responsible for this whole fiasco. And, you know, because they're fucking colorblind, like, they don't see color at all. So, yeah, in addition to those jerk-offs here, you know, and then there's also the fact that, you know, that they're using the Shine Sprites as prizes. They're holding on to them, just using them as prizes for their stupid little competitions. And they won't give them to Mario until they've actually completed their task. Instead of, you know, doing the very thing that, you know, they absolutely need and just handing them over to the police, they still hold on. Like, what the fuck? See, it's stuff like these as, you know, just makes me even less inclined to actually want to help them. And, you know, to not, you know, to actually save Isle Delfino. Personally, though, I could care less about them. I could have just, you know, just let the island at that, though. But then again, Mario's legally not allowed to leave the Isle Delfino itself. And, you know, I guess the only real motivation I have for doing this whole thing to begin with is just for the sake of clearing, for Mario to clear his own name. So, I mean, you know, that's honestly the best excuse for that here. Come to think of it, though, after the whole intro of this whole storyline of Mario being sent to prison and having to do community service to clean up the whole island and collect the Shine Sprites as well. After the whole thing, it actually gets dropped, though. Like, they never mention this again at all. And so even when you get to the ending, like, it never gets addressed at all. Like, you know, it just shows, well, to actually spoil a bit here. The ending just shows the Piantas being absolutely happy that the island is back to normal. They all celebrate, and then they do their vacation. But they never mention anything about Mario's unfair trial, and they never even address anything about Mario being able to clear his name and restore his reputation. Like, it never gets addressed at all. So that's why that, you know, it's one of the things where, you know, the story is absolutely garbage and absolutely pointless. So now, I mean, I know it's unfair of me to actually, you know, just give this so much flack, though. I mean, considering, you know, first of all, it's a Mario game, and the Mario franchise is never really known for having very deep and cohesive storylines. I mean, it's always just, you know, been pretty simple anyway, though. You know, mostly just, you know, with Princess Peach getting kidnapped, and then you have to go and save her, and then, you know, that's all there is to it. Like, you know, there's hardly, like, little to no storyline. So, I mean, you know, it's really nothing to get upset over, you know, because, you know, again, it's Mario. There's never really gonna, you know, have any deep cohesive storylines, unless you're playing the RPGs, though. I mean, the RPGs at the very least have, you know, some good storylines, but in terms of mainline Mario games, though, then just not so much, though. So, I mean, there's really nothing to complain about, honestly, though. But in the case with Sunshine, with the whole setup of Mario getting arrested over a crime that he never committed to begin with, and nothing ever gets addressed to that, though, then, yeah, that really goes to show how absolute garbage I think the story is, and how, you know... And, you know, not to mention, the whole Shine Sprites are just, you know, irrelevant to begin with as well. So, you know, that actually just gives me little to no motivation at all to even want to do this right here. Aside from just clearing Mario's name, though. But again, that just never gets addressed. So, because of that, then, you know, I think that whole thing is just very poorly executed. So. Anyway, so what we just saw here, yeah, you saw that one Pianta just flung Mario over to the one house where the Shine Sprite is. So yeah, if you just pay him 1 coin, I had to, you know, do a little jump cut to just get that 1 coin, and then he just flings you over. Well, why does it cost me a coin for him to actually fling me over? Like, what is he advertising here? But anyways, this next mission, yeah, there's that golden bird, which we had to cause animal cruelty right here, and just, you know, spray the bird here, and then it just turns to a Shine Sprite. Yeah, just killing the bird for a Shine Sprite. God damn, Mario. Yeah, man, or just condoning animal cruelty here. Yeah, no animals were harmed in the making of this episode. So, hey, and as you see that the airplane just flying there, when you see that's cloud formation, what is the airplane here doing here anyway? Is it going somewhere else though? I don't know. Oh yeah, look at this here, folks. So, you know, yeah, we actually shoot out this bird. We get a Shine Sprite, but we have to go all the way over to one of those islands over there, just for that Shine Sprite. Yeah, we have to swim all the way over. Like, why? If we have to shoot that bird here on the island, why couldn't the Shine Sprite just be on the island itself? No, it goes all the way over to the island itself, and we have to swim all the way over too. It's like, why is it like that? That's a pain in the ass to do that. I mean, granted, it's just swimming over there, but it just feels a little slower though, and it feels a little more time consuming because of it. I don't know. This game is just weird like that. So. Yeah, so of course, you guys know what I was saying about how the Shine Sprites are you know, irrelevant to the whole thing, and, you know, just inconsequential. And, you know, I was doing a little bits and pieces here in the ending of the last episode, but I didn't really explain it fully. So, so yeah, the Shine Sprites themselves, though, I mean, they're more like artifact collectibles, because you know, you basically the Shine Sprites are actually something you just so happen to collect along the way, but they don't really acquire much of anything though, because like, you know, it's very much different from Mario 64, where Power Stars. The Power Stars actually have more meaning and more significance to Mario 64. Reason being is because they're actually the main source for the for Peach's Castle having more power, and then they allow you to progress through Peach's Castle just by going through each of the doorways that have certain required Power Stars. And so you just have to collect those just to get through, you know, to gain further access to Peach's Castle. And so, it's also one of those things where, you know, you don't really have to collect every single one of the Power Stars. Like, you only need 70 Power Stars to actually get to the final boss. So, you know, just get 70 Power Stars, and then, you know, you're good to go. And then, the rest of the Power Stars don't really mean anything. But here in Sunshine, though, the only major requirement to actually get to the final boss is just Shadow Mario. So, like, whenever you get to the 7th episode of each of the levels, it always has the Shadow Mario missions, and then after that's done, then you can just move on to the next one. But, you know, not necessarily for every world that there is, though. Well, actually, I think maybe there is for every world, though. Yeah, you actually have to scout through each of the levels that there is, though, to get to Shadow Mario, but that's about it, really. So you just get through the first few Shine Sprites, and then get to Shadow Mario, and then that's about it, and you just move on to the next level, and then all the way until Chrono Mountain, where Shadow Mario will just go and flood the whole the entirety of Delfino Plaza, and then that's where you get to Chrono Mountain. So yeah, it's really not so much of a matter of getting the Shine Sprites, because they're very much inconsequential. The only important thing is just getting to Shadow Mario, and the Shine Sprites are just they're just happen to get along the way though. So that's really all there is to it though. So that's why things are a little differently here. Oh yes, and by the way, folks, yes, we've been seeing the graffiti that's been clearly pointed over to us at the on that statue itself, for the sculpture itself on the Shine Gate, where we actually saw how during Mario's raid trial in the courthouse, where they actually pointed to us showing video footage of the sculpture itself on the Shine Gate, and how it's been plastered with graffiti. And we've been seeing that so many times though, and I never did anything about it. Well, guess what? We finally cleaned it out. And so we don't have to see that more, so yeah, just clean all that right here, and then we just get the Shine Sprite itself. So yeah, so we finally see this so many times, so let's say we finally do something about it. Just clean it all up, and then we just get the Shine Sprite. So that way there, we kind of solve this whole thing, but... And yeah, this is actually what it looks like if you just do all the, do all the levels right here. So yeah, so now the whole plate's clean, and so... it's basically all the Shine Sprites that we get, the basic ones that we can just collect from Delfino Plaza, and so let's wait till you get to the other secret Shine Sprites. And so now you guys are wondering, what exactly am I doing now? Why am I going to the sewer area to get those coins? Well, guess what, folks? Yes, even Delfino Plaza has a 100 coin mission. That's right, that's what I'm doing, is getting all 100 coins. Even that has a 100 coin Shine Sprite, because of course every goddamn level has to have 100 coins, which is weird because in Mario 64 all the courses themselves will only have 100 coins, but not the secret courses or the overworld itself, though. So yeah, here in Sunshine, even the overworld has to have the 100 coin mission. But at the very least, though, the 100 coin mission for this one isn't too bad, actually, because Because you'll still be able to get all 100 coins, because there's going to be a lot of coins, you know, pretty much all over the place. So you can get a bunch of those over the sewer maze, or just by getting them if you just happen to see them in the outside of the sewers themselves, though. So at least there's that going for it, though. So it's actually not as bad as how the other levels would be. And of course, this actually did take me quite a number of attempts, though, because fair warning, folks, as you go around in the sewers, yes, you'll come across some blue coins. So like, they're very hard to tell or see where they are, though, because you can't even see what kind of items you're collecting, though, because yeah, they're all just question marks, as you can see here. So you can't even tell for sure exactly what it is you're collecting until you go and pick them up. And it could either be just either a blue coin, a regular yellow coin, or one a mushroom. So either one of those kind of things here. But if you actually go to those areas here, you can get some more of those coins. So, I mean, it's not really so much of a problem to you guys. I mean, you know, if you just want to go pick up the blue coin, then, you know, by all means. But I'm trying to deliberately avoid them because, again, I'm saving those for last. But, yeah, I took so many of those attempts because I was actually going further. And lo and behold, I accidentally pick up a blue coin. And so there's actually no way to go past it because it either lets you continue or save and continue. So I had to go and reset the game because of it. Because I didn't want to just have to collect the blue coins just yet, though. So yeah, even the blue coins can be hidden in the sewers, and they're very hard to make out of because they're all question marks here. So I had to be really careful because of it. And so that's why I had to reset, because I just accidentally picked up the blue coin, not knowing what it is here until I picked it up. So yeah, that's I don't know. I'm not really a fan of it here, honestly. So. Because, you know, I mean, they're all just shadows anyway. Oh, yeah, at least those smaller question marks, at least are walnut mushrooms. But, yeah, it's all just silhouettes of Mario that you're seeing, and all just question marks here, so. Anyways, let's see. What was I going to say? At least there's other coins in the underwater here, so. Yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, I was also going to bring up that, you know, by the time of in Super Mario Galaxy, the Power Stars actually do become relevant again, though, because yeah, they go back to using Power Stars as the main collectible. Oh yeah, there's also the hidden manhole within the stand itself, though, so you can actually just ground pound that one and get more coins here. Yeah, they bring back the Power Stars as a main collectible in Super Mario Galaxy, and they actually do bring back their relevance because once again, just like with Mario 64, they're used to go to unlock the levels in that game, or unlock the levels in that game too. So just getting a certain number of Power Stars. And I also want to say, well, I know in Super Mario Odyssey, there's also the Power Moons where, you know, where there's like the required number of the Power Moons, and you only have to get like a certain number to power up the your main ship itself. You know, what's called the Odyssey. So there's that as well. So I'm just, you know, thinking of the relevance of those collectibles in each of those Mario games. But yeah, I would say Sunshine is definitely the case where the main collectible, in this case the Shine Sprites, are definitely the least relevant or the least consequential of all those collectibles. So yeah, that's what I'm bringing up here. So alright, so there should be the last few of those coins for us to collect. So we just yeah, this one actually contains a that was a blue coin, so I had to go a little closer here. As a matter of fact, there was also one of my recording attempts. I actually did manage to get all the coins, and the Shine Sprite appeared. Only that the camera got a little wonked up, and I kind of lost my way of going over, and so I went a little further, collecting more coins in the process. And then I accidentally picked up a blue coin. I was like, ah, fuck yeah! You see how the how that camera angle was positioned? Yeah, I was like, ah, fuck! And I had to go and reset the whole game again, and had to do this whole collectathon all over again. And that was just very annoying, though, because, like, you know, just because of the fact that, you know, especially after you get all the get all those coins, and then you just fuck up and you have to do the whole collectathon all over again. Yeah, that's when it gets really annoying. And I know, yeah, this game does have that problem where, you know, if you just fail this one, you have to. Oh, actually, no, Sunshine is actually worse in this case than compared to Mario 64 because of how you know, each of the missions and some of the levels, there's not going to be all 100 coins. Because only a certain number would only some certain missions will have all the 100 coins. And you know, Mario 64 can be pretty bad in that regard, where you know because some of the coins can be pretty scarce, and And you know, if you if you actually fall down or die, then you're booted out of the course. And you have to do the whole collectathon all over again. And, you know, Sunshine's the same thing too, but only, you know, their 100 coin missions are a lot worse. So, but we're done with that one here. So going ahead right up here to this tower. If I can actually make it up there, I feel like I lose control just by using the rocket nozzle. And there we go. And there's our Shine Sprite. And so that should be pretty much all the Shine Sprites that we can collect here in Delfino Plaza itself. And so now what's left is to do more of those, and only this time it's going to be for the secret courses that are found in Delfino Plaza. So, like I said, some of them can be not too bad, though. They could be fun even, though. But there's also going to be a couple, and especially one in particular. Oh, my God. It's going to be a lot to talk about in that one, though, because, God. Gave me so much trouble there, so... Anyways, next time on Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine, we're going to be doing those secret courses in Delfino Plaza and get those Shine Sprites there too. So with that said, I will see you guys next time.